jumping like joy. Pulled up in a brand new Porsche. 300 and dash to the paycheck. Can't say golf for you niggas just going.
Hello everybody, it's me Leah and I'm back with another video. So this is officially my first video of 2019. I have been slacking. My excuse basically is that I've been working the past week. Ever since Christmas I've been working 8-hour shifts. So I'm still trying to recover and just get ready to go back to school next Tuesday. So yeah, I'm about to start my second semester of my freshman year of college. I'm excited, but like kind of, then again not really. I'm excited to see, what the Lord has planned for me, see what's gonna happen. But basically all I wanted to say is that today in this video I'm gonna be talking about my goals and my aspirations for 2019, some of the things I want to have accomplished by the end of the year. So I'm going to be going down that list while I'm getting ready. If you want to know what products I use today, you can check out my everyday makeup tutorial. Only thing that's going to be different about this one is that I'm just going to be doing some simple eyeshadow. Other than that, let's get started. Today I'm going to be talking about my spiritual, mental, physical goals of 2019. Some of the things that I want to have accomplished, like I said earlier. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face with my baby skin as well as my Magic Perfecting Primer. Some of the videos that I have coming up are a Liddy playlist of 2019. I'm going to be doing a Dodo Lashes try on as requested. I'm going to be trying on all pairs of the Dodo lashes that I bought. Honestly, once I find the other one that I'd lost the eyelash. Like, I'm so upset, but I'm also going to be doing a makeup tutorial for 2019. That's going to be something different, I guess I've never done before. It'll probably be like a dramatic look or something like that. We also, me and my friends have come up with some like interview questions to ask on my campus. I think it'll be interesting because I am on a college campus, so you typically are going to get like different answers from like someone else. I also have a video about where we got my puppy from. For those of you that don't know, me and my family were gifted a puppy about a couple months ago, and basically I'm gonna go into detail about that. It's actually a really cool story. And we also have, me and my friends just have like these small little things, these small little like what guys shouldn't do, what girls shouldn't do, what girls do, what guys do, stuff like that. Cool stuff, really cool stuff like that. It is stuff that's like been seen before, but I think we're just gonna be doing it in a much different way. Another thing, I have actually a really big project that I want to work on, but I'm not quite sure if I want to go through with it. But basically it's a project that has never been seen before, never been done before. It's actually a documentary that I am trying to work on and possibly present it to TV networks. I think it'd be really cool just to see this come to fruition this year, but I just have to make sure a couple people are on board, and then basically it could be in the works. So okay, fingers crossed that it's something that can actually be done, because if it is, maybe I could pay my tuition. That's basically what we have. Some of the videos that are going to be coming up within next 6 months or so. Basically, let's get into all my goals for this year. I've just primed my face. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows. So one of my big goals of 2019 is just making money. So money is like, it's not an issue for me and my family, but it's something that I don't come across very often just because I'm like so busy. So I don't usually have time for jobs. So, this year, or like I said, this past Christmas, I worked at Forever 21, and for a week's worth of pay, I actually made a lot. I made like a good like $600 something in 1 week. And so with that, I'm gonna be able to buy my new phone and have better quality videos, better quality pictures. So I'm really excited about that. Also, I'll be able to save up for my second trip to San Francisco. So I'm waiting to get paid currently, but I have to wait. Another outlet that I use to make money is Postmates. So I personally have not done a delivery just yet. However, Postmates has been guaranteeing like $350 if you do a certain amount of deliveries, and if you don't make it, they'll give you the difference. So Postmates is really like a good outlet for me to make money, especially during the semester, because I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to get a job on campus this year, especially because I don't have a car. So I don't even have the option of working off campus either. One thing I guess that I'm working on is possibly just like growing my numbers on Instagram as well as on YouTube, so then that way I can start making brand deals. I'm also having a video coming out talking about not getting scammed by certain brand deals, and that's actually a very informative video because that's something that's become a lot more prevalent on social media. So I almost got tricked. I don't want you guys to get tricked either. So that's one video to be looking out for. Especially, I found my eyelash. Okay, today is a really happy day. I found my eyelash, so now I can finally make the video. Okay. So for the year of 2019, there's actually a lot of cool trips that I would like to go on. The first one is internship in San Francisco. I'm actually working on my application right now. I'm applying to CNBC, which is basically NBC's news network. It's an internship basically where you are working with production managers, stuff like that. You're working with the anchors, you're creating stories to put on their website. I just think that it would just be an amazing opportunity for me, just because, you know, that's something that I worked in throughout high school, and just to be able to get my foot in the door would be amazing. And I qualify for everything, so I'm like praying I get this internship, because if I do, whole summer would be made, because I would be living my dream in San Francisco for this summer. So that's one thing that I really want to do. I also want to go to Rolling Loud in LA this year. My cousin went to Miami last year for Rolling Loud, and I was watching the recap video and I was just like, why didn't I go? I was so upset. I was just like, why didn't I go? Rolling Loud is a hip-hop festival and has all kinds of freaking art, like literally every hip-hop artist you can imagine. But Rolling Loud is definitely on my list for this year. Next thing is Bonnaroo, but Bonnaroo is like a maybe just because it's in June. So if I had my internship, I wouldn't be able to go. So Bonnaroo was a maybe, but Hangout Fest is definitely a go. Hangout Fest is like May 17th, and that would be like right when I get back from California, and it's in Alabama too, so that would be like really, really, really nice. It's gonna be like Cardi B, Travis Scott, 1975, a bunch of other artists too. I can't remember. I think Khalid is gonna be there as well, which would be honestly so much fun. I personally have never been to a music festival before, so just to be able to experience that would be amazing. Like, I live for experiences. Experiences are something that I just love, and I haven't had the chance to do so many. It was a couple months ago, T-Pain and Lil Baby came for Vanderbilt Homecoming, and me and my friends went. We had so much fun. That was definitely a really fun experience. But now that I've kind of talked about the stuff that like I want to go to, I basically want to get into, I want to say like the meat and potatoes of this video. It's a really weird saying. I'm never gonna say that again. I'm gonna be talking about my spiritual, mental, and physical goals for 2019. There's a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that there's a lot. It's very, very simple. I don't want anything that I do to be like overly complicated and something that I know I can't do. This stuff is just something, it's basically a continuation of last year, but honestly these things are something that I'll always be working on. So my spiritual goals of 2019, basically surrendering to the Lord, surrendering myself, surrendering my thoughts, surrendering my mind, my heart, everything about me to the Lord. Basically giving everything that I'm having trouble with, giving it to the Lord, saying it's in your hands, you know. Of course working through it myself, but not just going through it alone. Is something that I actually struggled with, was basically, you know, going through something tough but going through it alone, which in result ended up in me like overthinking, possibly taking myself to a place that I never want to be in again. But also praying, reading my Bible, growing in my relationship with the Lord. I've been doing so good with praying every night and writing my prayers down in my journal. Writing prayers down in your journal is possibly one of the best ways to have like this one-on-one time with God. For me, I typically forget what I'm saying when I'm just like praying out loud. I like get sidetracked. When I'm writing my prayers down, like I remember everything that I wanted to say. I even get to add some new things along the way, and it's basically just a way for me to focus in on that one-on-one time with God. Another thing, basically you know, blessings. I've been blessed so much my whole entire life. So basically just, you know, taking the blessings that God has given me and giving them back to Him is something that I've been reading about. Like, don't just take the blessing and keep it for yourself and run with it. Like, actually give it back to Him so that He can bless you even more. But basically just securing all blessings all 2019, you know, giving it to the Lord. But another thing that's kind of been like my season has been a season of discernment and impatience and peace, as well as diligence. But discernment, basically just making the right decisions, knowing the right things to say, something big that I've been trying to work on, especially when it comes to my relationships with my friends, just, you know, other people's. But also patience, that knowing that like everything's gonna be okay and that God's plan is 10 times greater than anything that I can imagine. So just knowing for myself that like I don't have to worry about anything because God has me and my family. But another word was diligence. Basically, you know, being diligent in my work as well as my working out. Always being on top of things and not getting lazy, which is something that I tend to do. I am the queen of laziness, but that's something I'm trying to work my way out of. But I think my big word for 2019 is definitely consistency. Staying consistent in my work, staying consistent in the relationships that I'm in, staying consistent in reading my Bible, my prayer life, staying consistent in my relationship with the Lord, staying consistent in everything that I do, basically. Especially with YouTube, staying consistent, posting at the times that I said I would post, you know, and just being consistent in everything, because at the end of the day, if you give up or you take a break or you quit, you kind of lose your motivation for everything. I know that I typically do. So my big thing is just staying consistent this year. But on to my mental goals. So this past couple months or so have been a little rough, not gonna lie, especially with school and everything. Sometimes when I'm going through stuff, I don't really know how to handle stuff like that because I've never gone through it before. So basically my mental goals is just, you know, handling depression, getting in those like deep dark thoughts and like overthinking and just like letting something that's not me just take over me. Also, you know, with bad seasons, you know, we have those. We have bad seasons. We also have good seasons too. So within those bad seasons, you know, handling them with grace, knowing that, you know, also handling them with hope, because hope is something that, you know, gets me through any bad season, gets me through anything that I'm going through, just because like you should always have hope that, you know, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's not gonna go the way that you want it to, but just know that it's gonna work out in the way that it needs to go. But also, you know, counseling, basically knowing that you're not alone, going through counseling, not bottling stuff inside, talking to people that you trust, that you know are gonna give you wise counsel. For me, I have a couple friends that I go to for everything who are always giving me godly advice, not just worldly advice, which is something that I didn't really have, you know, growing up, you know, as a like friends that I could go to versus like my parents or something like that. So not bottling stuff inside, you know, keeping stuff inside and not letting it out. But also for me, like knowing that it's okay to cry. I'm not the type of person that cries, apparently. I was talking to my cousin and she was like, you know, Leah, I've never seen you cry. And she and I are a year apart and we've been like this for our whole lives. And she's like, I've never seen you cry. And I was like, really? I mean, me recently, like I barely cry. I barely cry. Partially the reason why I don't cry is because I know I'm stronger than that. But also because there's just something like physically going on with me to where it's like I want to cry, but I can't cry. So, but my physical goals of 2019 is to get to 135. I'm actually at 150 right now. I might have gained actually a couple pounds since I've gotten home, but that's just because of the holidays, I'm gonna lose it right back. Basically, losing all the fat in my arms, losing the fat in my stomach, trying to get abs currently. I actually see like a little bit of an ab like starting to form, whatever, just be fat, I don't know. But also like getting veins, getting collarbones, because like there's a lot of fat like on my body. I'm now like able to see my knuckles and stuff like that. I know I was talking about that in an earlier video. But basically just, you know, dropping all of this weight so that I can be healthy, live healthy. Also eating healthier. My eating hasn't been that great since I got back home. Sadly, I eat much better when I'm at school. Honestly, all my habits are better when I'm at school, which is kind of sad to say, but it's just because I'm so used to the habits that I've built here at home, so it's like hard to get out of them because, you know, I've been doing them for the past 18 years. So that's basically me right now. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about. I didn't even get to finish my makeup. Like,
walk it like I talk it. Walk it, talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it, talk it. Hey. I was bad, so I can't be beefing with no bad nigga.